and they kicked me to wake me up. Coonrad Voigtver says, careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the warrant chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. He looks down at you. You're back with us, I see. Delightful. More of... Good morning, Varangian. It's not so much amazing assassin as just... It's a lifelong dedication to routine. Discipline. It's discipline. The alarm goes off 5 o'clock. You tell your whiny little bitch body to shut the fuck up when you get up out of bed. Go do it. You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you, just your blood, which you can either share with your own violation or I will spill it for you. We're in the anteroom of the warrant chamber, the void ship's most hallowed vault. Beyond those gates lies the relic that gives Theodore all of her power, the sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains in my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, which will only open the door to the true heir of the dynasty. I expect to do that part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? On the contrary, the warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Von Blankus. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family's for? No intention of helping you. I'm afraid that you, Renfail von Blankus, have no choice in the matter. He produces a strange object, a blade without a handle that shimmers blue in the light. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take the pleasure in doing so. To the void with you. The blade flashes in the dim light, and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, and your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more soulless voices echo to each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Let's try a willpower. Yeah, we have roosters, and everybody around us has animals too. So there's pigs, turkeys, ducks, chickens. So yeah, 4 o'clock, 4:30. If I'm not already up, usually I'm up by 4:30 because of the cats. The alarm is set for 5. But the big thing is we got to bring the male cats in. We got to bring them in the house at 5 o'clock. Because they go across the road. And we already lost one of the kittens. We lost one of the cats, about, 4 months ago now, which was Christina's baby. And so we've been hyper vigilant ever since then. And they're fixed. Their male cats are neutered, but they still like to go explore. Our female cats don't. They stay in the woods behind the property, but the male cats go across the road into the field. So at 5 o'clock, I get up and I go bring the male cats in. I gotta go. Usually they come pretty quick if I call them. And then once they're locked down, I feed them. Then the female cats show up and they get fed, and then we do the chickens. And then by that point it's usually 5:30 and I come start work. Stream till about 7:38, do video production, and then usually I take a nap at like 11 o'clock and I'll sleep for a couple hours. Then I get up, I do more work, sometimes an afternoon nap, and then I do the evening stream. Go to bed at midnight, get up at 4 or 5, so it's just, I have a weird schedule. It's not a normal schedule. Alright, fight the voices in your head. Get out! I am not your puppet. I failed the willpower check. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gate looming in the center of the chamber. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, it twitches slightly. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Tech use, examine the device. Morning, Adam Barrett. I can't speak this morning. I'll just say good morning, Adam. Tech use succeeded. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect you are looking at a technological relic known as an archaeotech. The servitor on the gate begins to move, and with a screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek. Its mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voigtver wounded you with this blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Look for anything you can use as a weapon. Nope, I got nothing. Look back. Did you forget something, Renfail? I suggest you hurry. Place your hand into the maw. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors begin to start and the pump stirs into motion. The vid screen flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaw remains closed. You're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you're leaning against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe if you can close your eyes and pretend none of this ever. High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? You do not understand where the quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? The cogitator? A figment of your weary mind? Whatever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It seems the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm. Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol. It is pretty. It's been an awesome game so far. I was really enjoying my marksman playthrough. I was about 30 hours in, and I got that game-breaking bug which wouldn't let me continue into Chapter 2, so I just restarted. And I'm going to play an Adept now, which is fine because I need to learn all the classes before the launch, so this gives me a chance to learn the Adept and make some new guides.
I won't tolerate weakness.
It's going to be good. I didn't know anything about Rogue Warhammer at all either, but it's been pretty fun. Oh, I have a wound, don't I?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
An old wound, and I don't know that I have any. Yeah, I have nothing to heal it.
Follow my lead.
Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be a bearer of the Dwarf Trend. I read that way too fast. They need to slow this part down so that you have time to read through it. Or have it be fully voiced. The servo skull's creaking gradually turns into comprehensible words. Escort the child of the house to safety. I need a weapon. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. The servo skull goes silent, its relays clicking. Second after second passes and you realize that it will not answer you. Alright, I need to answer somebody. Preferable Theodore. Voxcast frequency is disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection. In place of the mechanical screeching, the servo skull's box projects the voice of Theodore von Valankius, distorted and ridden with static, yet recognizable beyond a doubt. Boxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. Varangian says, I love the Rogue Trader TTRPG. No, it's auto, and that's why it's too fast. Like, it needs to, when they do those auto text dialogues, it's way too fast. It needs to be slowed way down and either click through or have it be fully voiced. That way you're getting all the information. Because as it stands now, the way it just goes through so quickly, it's like, wait, hang on, I missed three quarters of that. Alright, what madness is here? Who are you? Who addresses me? Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by. So you're the Warrant Sentinel. I'm a mobile warrant of the Warrant Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the Child of the House and a means of communicating with the Rogue Trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Alright, lead me away from here. What's up, Bamboozer? Good morning. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. The servo scroll twitches and makes a few clicks. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing that received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured. Okay, I, the bearer of the warrant of trade, bestow upon them in the dynasty the great mission. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely in the first in the darkness, to unite, and blah 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 blah. See how fast it goes? Duh! It's really annoying. Alright.
New challenge for me.
I'm not getting out that way. Where the heck am I going? I don't see any doors here. Oh, I need to talk to the Sentinel. Oh, that's why. Okay, hang on. Where is the Sentinel? There it is. Well, hang on. Where's the thing that I'm supposed to talk to? Here it is. Seal the warrant chamber. I just had to click the right thing. There is no setting to slow it down, no. Seneschal Aval Ard has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating and one of the sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Nevertheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. Master Renfail, what are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... He surveys the carnage around him. His brow furrows and he places a hand on his weapon. Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this? I'm gonna... Conrad Voider is a traitor. When he parted ways in the office decks, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. What? Says he intended to take revenge on Theodora for an old grudge and become the rogue trader himself. Oh, holy God, Emperor. He clutches at his forehead, looks lost for the briefest of moments, but quickly turns and finds his resolve again. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny? Ugh. I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Why don't we leave matters of etiquette for another time? He glowers at you. Fine. With the Lord Captain's permission, I shall give you an hour-long lecture on how to make use of proper addresses corresponding to showing due faith in the God Emperor's anointed. For now, however, we have more pressing matters on our hands. He examines you critically. You're in a bad way. I I can treat your wounds. Now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here. Yep, I'm familiar. Alright, Aval Ard.
Look no further. This wound will make a fine scar. Now, where were we?
Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics. That's the least of our problems. The ships and forces are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, though strike teams have already been dispatched. All communications with the bridge and engineering bay was lost, so apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. That is not the worst of it. Pauses when the lights flicker yet again. All these jolts and shakings are most alarming. They are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of warp and into real space. In the worst case, they've already lost control of the process, and we have but precious few moments left to live. In the best case, if we manage to reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation, subaboard this vessel may yet survive. Alright, lead on. A wave of static suddenly erupts from the servo skull, and you can make out Theodore's words through the noise. To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home. With all your might, destroy those who have dared. The Sinister's eyes light up, and he smiles with grim determination. The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall provide. I need coffee. You and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
The Emperor is with us.
Okay, here we go. Time for our first. I'm gonna keep him back here because
At your beck and call. Follow my lead. Indeed. I took care of this one. Nothing I can't do. Nothing of value has been lost. Not a problem for me.
I don't have any abilities yet that let me do anything with clues, so there's no point
Oh, my ears.
doing anything. Yes, please surround him and leave me alone.
I will do my reduced to dust. I'd rather not. All too easy. Opposing me.
I shot his arm off, that's cool. Alright, we got our first level up.
They say a little bit
Alright.
of humility never hurts anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
We'll do logic. Alright, now I get to use it. I get an ability here. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, we can heal wounds. I mean, exposed weakness is probably a good one. Also, enfeeble, perhaps. Kind of looking ahead, seeing what I can get later on. Probably we'll go with exposed weakness. Ooh, forceful strike sounds fun. Slice is 0 AP. It says the fighter dashes through an enemy to the cell on the opposite side of the enemy and makes a melee attack with 50% reduced damage. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity. I'm gonna take Sworn Enemy for the boss fights.